Alright, this is day 1 of lesson 25, length, volume, and liquid mass. So our question is, Julia's family is visiting an amusement park. A sign says a person must be at least 45 inches tall in order to ride the ride. Julia knows her younger sister was 3.5 feet tall at her last doctor's appointment and has grown 4 inches since then. Is Julia's sister tall enough for the ride? This is just like if you go to Columbia Park and it has different size, you have to be different sizes to ride the different rides. So describe how Julia can figure out if her sister's tall enough to be enough to board the ride. Oh, also this is page 286 in your MIB. So how can you figure it out? Well, you have to figure out how tall she is, and it has to be all in inches, because if we look back at our problem, it says 45 inches, and we know 3.5 plus 4 inches is what we're going to have to eventually figure out. So that's how we're going to have to convert it all to inches, then add it together. In B, what unit did Julia need to find out if her sister's tallness for the ride? I just answered that. You should write down inches on B. So how many inches are in each of these lengths? Think about a ruler. A ruler is 1 foot. How many inches are in 1 foot? Go ahead and write that down. You should have written 12 down. There are 12 inches in 1 foot. So how many in 3 feet? You need to multiply 12 by 3. 12 by 3, 36 inches, and then 1/2 of a foot. Well, you have to divide. What is 12 divided by 2? 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 inches are in 1/2 of a foot. So again, for C, you should have 12 inches in your first blank, 36 inches for 3 feet, and 1/2 foot is 6 inches. How many inches are there in 3.5 feet? Show how you got your answer. Well, we have, I still need to go out to school to get the bigger dry erase markers. Maybe tomorrow I'll get that done. But in order to get 3.5, well, we know that 3 feet equals 12 inches. And if we look right above, we have 1/2 of a foot equals 6 inches. 3 feet does not equal 12. 3 feet. 1 foot is 12. But 3 feet is 36 inches. 36 inches. And 1/2 is 6 inches. So we add those together. 36 plus 6 equals 42 inches. Okay, so 42 inches is how tall she was at her last doctor's appointment. Now it says, how tall is she now? Remember, she has grown 4 inches since her last doctor's appointment, so we need to add 4 to 42. We get 46 inches. It should be 46 inches tall. Is she tall enough to ride the ride? We look back at her problem. It says she should be 45 inches and 40. I went too far. And so yes, she is tall enough to ride the ride because 46 is bigger than 45. Okay, on 287 here. Measurement, the problem can include different units. I'm going to erase my board. If the unit and the problem are different, you must convert it. This is the same type of stuff that we have been doing the last previous 2 weeks, because we need to convert them all into the same unit. We've been talking about this. So you must convert to the same unit. The problem in the previous page include both inches and feet, so you need to convert them all into inches, and that's exactly what we did on the previous page. This is just showing you how to do it. So if you did not understand just the writing out, that's just showing you. In this bar model here, here's my mouse, this foot is divided into 12 sections because there are 12 inches in 1 foot. Then you can count the blocks, and there are 36 blocks in 3 feet. And there are, just muting this, and there are 6 inches and 1/2 of a foot for 42 inches. So go ahead, hit pause, and do the reflection. And then when you get back, we will go over it. Okay, now for the reflection, explain why it's important to look at the units for the measurement in a problem before you solve the problem. You should say you cannot add, subtract, multiply, or divide if they are different units. Because if you add 3.5 feet and treat those as inches, she's not 3.5 inches tall. That'd be like, I don't know, that big. She's not a troll. If you saw that world premiere this weekend, which my family did, so that was it was an okay movie. Anyways, we're getting off track. So it needs to all be in inches, or all in feet, or all in millimeters, or all in yards, all in meters, all in miles, all in something. It has to be the same in order to add, subtract, multiply, divide. That is why you need to figure out what you need to convert it in before solving the problem. Okay, so that is day 1 in our MIB, 286, 287. This goes along with your math practice and problem solving pages 295 through 296.